Breakups are already tough during the holidays, but if you're going through a breakup at the hands of a dismissive avoidant, it's like walking through the seventh circle of hell. You have never felt so small, so worthless, so non-existent at a time where the entire world appears to be joyful and in love. And no, the Hallmark Channel is not helping. All you can think of is the fun activities and events you're missing out on while everyone else is off doing these things with their significant other, and you're home alone, watching them all smiling, scrolling down your social media feed. This is torture. Feeling alone is one of the hottest triggers that propels someone like you or someone like me with anxious, preoccupied tendencies to reach out to our ex during the holidays. But you're not alone. I'm here with you, and I will be here with you throughout this holiday season. Hello, friends. My name is Maria, and for almost 20 years, I got served up crappy holidays at the hands of my avoidant exes until the day I sat down, painted my nails, and decided, I guess getting dumped by someone who was only causing me pain, well, that's probably one of the best holiday gifts I could ever receive. So if you're tired of getting your goose cooked by some stubborn turkey, then grab a bottle of nail polish and let's talk. A few months ago, I put out a video talking about how I was out at the park with my family and we happened to cross paths with a man who could have been my ex-dismissive avoidance. I mean, it could have been his identical twin. We call these people the doppelgangers when they look just like the person, but they're not actually the person. But this run-in did force my brain to kind of start to go into a whirlwind thinking about, how would my life had been different if somehow I had managed to hold it together with my dismissive avoidant ex, and maybe we never broke up, or maybe he had come back to me. And the result of this is the exact reason why that video is called Dumped by Avoidant, Best Day Ever, which I'll go ahead and link down below, because it didn't take me long to realize all of the blessings I have now, simply because some emotionally neglective personality wouldn't let me back into his life. And I am so grateful. And I would like to elaborate on why it's a good thing today, just in case you're still in that funk of really wishing that you were with your ex, even though you weren't being treated very well, and you're struggling to stay in no contact. So I hope today this video can give you some strength. I'll list some personal reasons why I am thankful that I got dumped by an avoidant. And I also have some excerpts from viewers today who they've been through the breakup, they've come out on the other side, and they're here to tell you, you know what, you might be single today, but that's okay. And honestly, you're better off for it. Well, first off, this video would not be complete if we didn't start with the holidays. Avoidants are giant wrecking balls when it comes to being able to enjoy the holidays. It's incredible how someone who may decide they don't even need to be present with you on this day can ruin your mood on a day where you're opening presents. Honestly, this should be considered an art form, because I don't know about you, but one of my favorite things to do in the entire world is open presents. And maybe that's a girly thing, but I can't tell you how many men I have talked to in the comments or in my encouragement session phone calls where, these men have gone through such lengths, spent so much money, and they've spent the time and the energy trying to find their avoidant girlfriend the perfect gift that will put a smile on their face, only to be met with indifference or sour lemons. And gentlemen, please, if you are going through a breakup with your avoidant this holiday season, take whatever money you were going to spend on a gift for your ex and buy yourself something that you've wanted for like at least 3 months, or heck, pay an annoying credit card bill that's been hanging over your head. It would literally be money better spent. And the best part is, at least you know that you will appreciate it. And our friend Jessica Jane, well, she'll tell you the exact same thing. She's come through on the other side of a breakup with an avoidant, and she has a few words for you today. Jessica says, do not miss them over the holidays. If they were around you, they would stop at nothing until they had ruined every ounce of your holiday. So you enjoy your holiday and you appreciate the good things in your life that you are grateful for. She is so right. I can't even tell you. Some of the worst holidays I have ever gone through was when I was with an emotionally unavailable partner who threw something minuscule in my face in order to just create distance over the holiday. And I'm sorry if this holiday sucks because of your ex, but honestly, holidays aren't the only days that avoidance can ruin. They can ruin all kinds of fun days. They are masters at bailing on plans that you guys were looking forward to together. Or, at least you were looking forward to them. Earlier in the video, when I mentioned the day that I was out with my family and I ran into the guy who looked exactly like my avoidant ex, well, on that particular day, me and my family, we were just spending a very lovely, simple day at the park. And there's a key word there, and the word is simple. Because here's the dialogue that goes on in relationships when you have a more securely attached partner. Hey, do you want to go to the park this weekend? Sure, sounds fun. Boom. And here's the magical part. Saturday morning comes and you guys just go because you made plans to go. There's no push, pull, are they going to bail, a twisted gut feeling that even though they said they were going to go with you, they might not even go with you. And now it's the day before you made plans and they won't even answer a text message. It's never easy. Nothing ever feels light. And that day that I was at the park and I saw my ex's identical twin and it forced my brain to start playing compare and contrast, I knew immediately that if I had hypothetically been there with him that day and possibly our hypothetical kids, he would have controlled that entire day with his cruddy moods. I'm sure he would have acted like being there that day was a huge inconvenience, and our children, well, they would have been a witness to all of it. And that is by far one of the biggest reasons I feel so thankful that my DA ditched me. Any children that I would have had with him would have been negatively affected by his actions or his dismissive non-actions. And now that I'm a mom, I can tell you that kids are 24/7, and it's important to be with a partner whose love is there 24/7. Not here one day and gone the next, because you know what? Kids, they don't operate like that. You got to be there for kids all the time. And if you do not choose someone who can consistently be there through the good times and the stressful times, then with kids, when things inevitably get stressful, they're going to check out. They can't handle it. And you are going to be the one who's left holding the bag. Plus, your kids who, trust me, you will love more than life itself, unfortunately, they will grow up with all kinds of attachment wounds. There's a reason they call it a cycle. I have another viewer, Miss Elizabeth like Mercury. She is tired of her DA messing up their family dynamic, and she's decided it's time to put her foot down. Elizabeth writes, this was a 25-year relationship, 23 living together, and 19 of it we were married. 4 kids came from this. I was very heavily invested, and I believed he was as well. Although something always felt off in our relationship, and I couldn't figure out what it was. The longer I can stay away from him, the more I think I can survive without this relationship, even thrive. He broke it off with me, moving out suddenly, first into a local rental, then 30 minutes away to a place where he was living with 2 other women while we were still legally married. It's a strange situation where he still wants to have some form of rights to me, the place where I live. He has this way of not respecting my boundaries and taking my mail, paying my bills for me without telling or asking me. Some say I should be grateful for this. And I just want to stop right there and say, I've had this happen to me before, and people who go through your mail and pay your bills for you, it's not out of the kindness of their heart. One of the most controlling people I ever dated used to do this every time I tried to assert myself and try to pull away from the relationship. Their intentions behind paying those bills are not genuine. So good for you for realizing that. Some say I should be grateful for this, but they don't know how manipulative this guy is. He does not respect my autonomy and is trying to keep me on a string so I can serve his interests. He asked if I minded taking care of the kids while he traveled. I said no, I will do no such thing. Then he went and booked a trip and then said, oh no, I forgot to ask you if you would watch them solely for an entire 6 weeks. That's huge. That's a hell of a task. 3 kids under my care for 6 weeks with no reprieve. Honestly, if you know what it's like to deal with kids 24/7, that's incredibly cruel. Kids are wonderful, but it's a huge job. I will be making sure this never happens again. The divorce he is unsure if he wants will definitely be happening, whether he likes it or not. I need a lot of time to heal from this relationship. Well, good for you, Elizabeth. You know, sometimes enough is enough. I think it's inspirational that even after investing 25 years in someone who's not treating you well, you still love yourself enough to know that you don't have to punish yourself for the rest of your life. And speaking of punishments, we can all be thankful that our avoidants ditched us this holiday, because now we no longer have to endure their mind-effing punishments. I mean, let's say that you and your avoidant, maybe you guys were able to go out and have some great days together. Well, I guess that's too bad for you, because now you're going to have to deal with them immediately pulling away. This wreaks havoc on your nervous system, and it gets to the point where the pull away is so predictable that you almost can't even enjoy having a nice day with them, because you know the gut punch that you have coming. But hey, not anymore, right? Because your DA didn't appreciate you enough to stick around, and now you can be thankful that you no longer have to listen to their toxic, backhanded put-downs. Little comments that jab at your insecurities until you finally say something, and then they act like you are the one who's being too sensitive. I'm so thankful that I no longer have to deal with an ex who is constantly triggering my anxiety, and so is our friend, the rock and roll cook. When I asked them if they were grateful that their DA dumped them, they said, yes, it cured my anxiousness. I was secure before my DA partner. Big anxiety after his deactivation. Then I healed myself from all of it. I'm stronger and more self-aware of my own reactions. Absolutely incredible outlook on such a crappy breakup situation. But they were determined not to let someone who wasn't worth it take them down. Don't let your ex get the best of you today. Please do not text somebody who's been mistreating you and wish them a happy Thanksgiving. Your life is not their show. This is your holiday too, and you have every right to enjoy it. If you feel like you need additional support in staying in no contact with your ex over the holidays, I'll list 3 ways down below that you can contact me. You can talk to me personally over the phone. I am happy to support you in your no contact journey, or talk with you about anything that you want to talk about with no judgments. And if you need more inspiration to stay in no contact over the holidays, here are some powerful words from our friend 7 pounds 1463. I asked him if he was glad his avoidant ex dumped him, and he said, yes, I am. I got the bleepity bleep of severe avoidant breakups because she is a good person at heart, I think, but she doesn't know that she is an avoidant. I had an abrupt discard, got 2 more messages afterwards after she ended things in tears. These 2 months with her taught me that I have some emotional wounds I need to heal. I need to work for love. And that a dozen red flags is not an effing parade. I love that. A dozen red flags is not an effing parade. And you should never in your life answer with over-the-top empathy on the issues another person has. Either they work on it or you leave. Also, it healed me from all this calendar bleep that was in my subconscious, like love can overcome everything, right person, wrong time, etc. It made me so much stronger. I didn't know about attachment styles, and now after 4 months of hardcore digging, I think I'm better educated than some of these coaches here on YouTube. I believe you. It also made me a way better partner, and I can address stuff way better and reassure my partner if she needs it. I swapped my avoidant with a mostly healed anxious person. I think I fell for her because she is exactly opposite of avoidance. And the train with avoidance is going nowhere. That's the damn truth. Not anywhere fast anyway. I know that avoidance, they went through tough stuff growing up. But it's not your responsibility to try to love them until they are fixed to your own detriment. I understand what a good-hearted, empathetic person you are. And of course, you only want the best for someone that you love. But it's time to love yourself. It does become easier to get to the other side of an avoidant discard once you understand that, this person, they have a lot of their own issues that don't have anything to do with you. And yeah, even though they might have loved you and you were someone who was special to them, they will not allow themselves to have a good thing. They are rejecting their own desires. Our friend Jason 8708 says that he's doing a lot better with the breakup now that he understands the rejection had a lot more to do with his avoidant partner. When I asked Jason if he was thankful for the breakup, he said, I am, now that I understand that, number 1, it wasn't even a rejection of me. It's a self-rejection due to their deep fears and insecurities. And 2, it also helps me to really understand what else do I want in a long-term relationship. Exactly. What is it that you want? It's time to worry more about yourself than about someone who discarded you. And I totally agree. Those ex-back videos are toxic. I encourage you today, instead of watching videos about how to get your ex back, maybe begin to ask yourself, why do I want someone back who treats me like crap? What is that attraction? Well, welcome to the other half, where we know attraction is not just about looks. We also have to take care of the inner half. Because if we spend our holiday grieving and believing that just because we see our ex smiling on social media means that they're better than us, we're going to miss out on all the beautiful gifts that we have to offer to people who actually appreciate us. They want our attention. They see our beauty on the outside and on the inside, and they are thankful that we are in their lives. Please spend time with people you love who love you back this holiday. Even if you don't live around family or friends, do it over a Zoom call and feel the love, the genuine love that people do have for you. Feel this love around you and know that you were never too needy, too clingy. You were never too much. And I know that you probably aren't yet in the place of these viewers who are over their breakup, and that's okay. If you were the kind of person who could just snap your fingers and forget about someone that you loved, you wouldn't be the person that you are. And I don't know about you, but even though, love is a risk and you can get hurt, I'm thankful that I'm the kind of person who's willing to stick my neck out for things and people that I want. Let's be thankful that we are the kind of people who are brave enough to take risks for people that we love. And no, you are not alone when you feel like you still want your ex back, even though you know the relationship isn't the best for you. Our friend Healing Pause, love the name, Healing Pause is thankful for the breakup, even though she's had her rough days. When I asked her if she was thankful for her breakup, she said, absolutely. I didn't feel like myself when I was with him. I was so anxious, sad, and felt lonely so much of the time, even when I was with him. I'm still recovering from the relationship, but I'm at a better place now. I've got some life energy back, and I'm taking my time with him as a lesson. Now I'm working on my own healing journey, learning about my needs, standards, and boundaries for the future. And I can finally be present around other people again. Yeah, that's a good feeling. Plus have more energy. So it's a good thing, even though I'm not fully over him yet. Life energy. I love that. We can all be thankful there is no longer this toxic person in our lives sucking out all of our energy and taking away our focus from ourselves and our passions because we're so wrapped up in what's going on in the relationship with them because maybe this week, I don't know, we got stonewalled for some reason and we're just going to have to sit in our anxiety until we decide to reach out to them and apologize because we're always the ones apologizing. Listen, I promise you that if you can find the strength and the support that's going to keep you away from negative self-sabotaging behaviors like reaching out and texting your ex this holiday, you will wake up the next day and you will feel so proud of yourself. Yes, you are taking a tough road, but you're also taking a stand. It's so important that as anxious people with vulnerable hearts, we no longer allow the world to tell us who we are and how we should act and why we should just put up with terrible avoidant behavior. Comment down below if you are grateful that you got dumped by an avoidant. Please help people that are struggling today know that there is another side of these awful feelings that you get when you're discarded. These feelings will not last forever. For everyone who's brave enough to share their story in the comments, and for everyone who contributed to the video today, I want to tell you that I am thankful for you, and I am thankful to you for raising your voice. If this video helped you, so will this one. My name is Maria Adriana. You did not have to live my life, but I certainly hope you can learn from it. I hope you can learn from everyone who contributed to the video today. And as always, thank you for visiting. The Other Half.